Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Glad to be back on the show again after my very, very long break.
2 months, right?
Circumstantial hiatus. I am Tayo Salam.
Yes, great to have Tayo with us on the show, and it promises to be an exciting one as usual. Talking sports like no other. We love to do it right here on your award-winning station, Channels Television. Welcome again. I'm yours truly, Ayotunde Balogun. And hey, thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you guys are all dressed down. But let's get started with what we will be expecting today. And definitely, Rivers Angels are champions. Well, someone actually wanted Bayelsa Queens to win it, but they just couldn't. Just a lone goal. And that was enough for them to retain the trophy they won. For them now, 6 times they've won Nigerian's Women's Premier League title.
Still on the show today, good news for Nigeria. Nigeria's Golden Eaglets are actually on course for a 5th Under-17 world title after beating Mexico 4-2 in a thrilling semi-finals clash last night. Standing in their way is continental champions Mali.
Oh no! Oh yes! Oh.
All African final decided waiting for that.
You know, I said it. I don't want an all African final.
Why not? The last time it happened in 1993, Nigeria beat Ghana.
So now it's happening again in 2015. But if you saw the Mali versus Nigeria game at the African,
yes,
you understand why
I understand your worries.
That's my worry. But in any case, we hope for the best. And of course, in the world of tennis, world number 3, Roger Federer, sadly, well, it's been sent packing from the BNP Paribas Masters single of 3rd round by world number 13, John Isner. Well, the Americans bar proving a little too much for the Swiss maestro. Perhaps an indication that Federer is suffering from the Basel hangover.
I don't think so. Okay, that's the man for you. Sometimes when the hit is just getting too much, you just want to lose, go relax, and of course prepare for the big one. That's what he usually do.
Yeah, it's a shame really. But then you have to give credit to John Isner. He had a great game, and Federer just couldn't deal with him on the day. But you can't take anything away from Federer. He remains a great player, arguably the best of all time. But it remains to be seen if he's going to get that elusive 18th Grand Slam title. This young guys,
they're just picking up.
If Djokovic is injured at the Australian Open, he might get it.
Yes, you're praying for someone to get injured now.
I'm not praying. I'm just saying if I didn't say when.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk a whole lot more about that in the course of the show. But definitely, there's one interesting thing that got me talking this morning, and that has to do with Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, for someone who's been making waves, hitting it big in Real Madrid, and all this talk of him perhaps going back to Manchester United, we still don't know if that would be the case because Real Madrid.
It's not going to go because I remember I actually read an article by Patrice Evra when he said at 2000 Alex Ferguson was willing to actually bring him back in 2013 and all that, only for him to just announce the retirement due to the death of his wife to insist and all that. But if Fergie was still in charge of Manchester United, I think and I believe Cristiano Ronaldo would want to come back. But who is going to coach him? Because Cristiano Ronaldo there's some coaches he will always adore. And of course, Alex Ferguson is still his football father. So without him at Old Trafford, I don't think he will want to come back.
But anyway, one thing that actually, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say Cecilia is just trying to suggest that Ronaldo is uncoachable. I don't really get it.
No, I'm saying that, for someone to come out to say that of all the coaches I've worked with, there's one I call my football father. So it simply means if you really want to go back,
there will always be a special coach or manager.
You can play
He's a
under
professional.
other coaches. He's got to be professional.
But guys, really, Ronaldo seems to be having some soft spot for United of late. Well, he always has, but this time he's even back in Louis van Gaal, the manager, to win the league this season for Manchester United. And you're wondering, Ronaldo, what's going on?
Sentiments right there.
Remember when
indirectly saying you want to come back to Manchester United?
So
he didn't celebrate.
I think there's just some clubs that you love. It's just like Jose Mourinho when he says if he's going back to England, there's one club he wants to go back to, Chelsea. So people just have a particular soft spot for clubs. I think that's basically the reason.
Time will tell really if he actually makes that move back to Manchester United. But for me, I don't believe it's going to happen. If I see Ronaldo actually leaving Real Madrid at any stage of his career, probably when he gets to his mid-30s.
Mid-30s.
I can see him going to a place
That is
like...
if he hasn't dipped in form.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's dipping in form anytime soon.
Okay.
I can see him going to PSG.
Oh, okay.
No. I was going to talk about MLS, Hollywood actor. He's actually planning a documentary now to come out soon and all that. So for him to start doing that, he could just go into the movies. Who knows? MLS might just be the next point for him.
Okay. Jordan Ibe, Jordan Ibe. Who cares?
I do.
He's really doing the job. He's doing the job for Liverpool now. It's interesting. It's great to see. Okay, let's see what the fixtures are saying in the Football League. But before we do that, of course, we can also get involved in all of what we're talking about on the show, definitely. If you want to mail us, it's sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. And of course, on Facebook, we're channels-sports. Twitter us at Twitter. That's our Twitter handle. It's at channels_sports. So let's get you talking on the show today. Those are the topics or issues on the events that we'll be talking about. So join in the discussion. The Super Six, yes, Rivers Angels, hashtag Rivers Angels. The Nigeria Women League, hashtag Nigeria Women League. Of course, the Golden Eaglets, it's no longer news. They're in the final of the Under-17 World Cup, hashtag the Golden Eaglets. The Nigeria Professional Football League, NPFL, hashtag NPFL for those who want to talk about that. And of course, the Europa League, hashtag Europa League. And Roger Federer, there we'll also get you talking on the show today. So hashtag Roger Federer. So those are the interesting things that we'll be talking about on the show today. Well, let's now see what the fixtures are saying in the Nigeria Professional Football League this weekend. Of course, Enyimba still in the running to win the league this season. They're still on top, but can there still be any upsets either at the top or even at the bottom of the log? Crucial times indeed, guys.
Yeah, definitely. They have the fixtures there. Kano Pillars, Akwa United, you have Economy Warriors and Wiki Tourists, Dolphins and Heartland, Giwa FC and 3SC, Ifeanyi and of course Nasarawa United. But the big one that we're coming to, definitely the one between, well, okay, let me just continue with Enyimba Warriors, Hajj Sharks and Kwara United, FC Taraba and Abia Warriors, Enyimba and of course Warrior Wolves. That's a big one. Bayelsa United and Sunshine Stars and Luby Stars and Rangers. Sunshine Stars, if they can actually replicate what they did against Rangers. Of course, for Rangers going away to Luby Stars, we'll see if they can actually bounce back from that humiliating defeat in Lagos on Wednesday.
What's the scoreline again?
5-1. Yeah. And in the morning, there was another scoreline. Bayern has not 5-1. So
You're still talking about that?
No. There's a resemblance. You have Akure Gunners. You have Akure Gunners, and you have the Gunners.
But I say we call them. I want us to call them Akure Galacticos because I also have some.
So they need to change their name right now. So that's the reason I brought it up.
Okay, I get you now. Anyways, going back to the NPFL, I'm very excited about this. Obviously, because I predicted Enyimba we're going to be champions at the end of the season, and it looks just like it at the moment.
You had your crystal ball, right?
Yeah, I had a crystal ball, and it looks like it's working really well for me. But then the match they'll play this weekend looks like a potentially title decider going up against Warrior Wolves. Warrior Wolves have a slim chance of winning as well. Two games to go. Enyimba just have to win this game against Warrior Wolves. Once they do that, they will be champions of the Nigerian Premier League. And
what a way to do it is just for you to beat your closest rival, and you're playing at home. So definitely start celebrating for them because the last game is away from home.
Exactly. Yeah, I really believe they will do it. Enyimba, they've played really well all season. They've been very consistent, and I don't expect them to actually choke this time around in front of their own fans. Playing against the Warrior Wolves side, so we have to give them credit. They've been very impressive all season as well too, and they've got a player in Bola Salami who can do the damage if you don't take care of your defense. So it's going to be a very explosive fine match. I almost called it a final, but it's not really a final. It's going to be very
more like it.
Exactly, it's going to be very explosive.
More like it.
Enyimba, Aba is the place to be this weekend for this very
exactly.
match.
Yeah. That would be nice.